Today I want to talk about 5 ways that quitting drinking alcohol has made me the best dad that I could possibly be, and how it could do the same for you. All right, number 1, I'm setting an amazing example for my son, Hayden. See, when I first quit drinking alcohol on April 11th, 2013, that's when I really started to change a lot. I started to form really good habits. Because back then, all I did was just live for the weekends. It was Monday through Friday. I would eat healthy, handle my business in the gym, go to school, work, whatever. But I was drinking 4 or 5 times a week. And I'm not talking about just having a couple drinks, I was getting wasted. When I quit drinking alcohol, I started to form good habits. So instead of drinking 4 to 5 days a week, waking up after 11 a.m., eating nothing but crappy food, missing workouts, and just basically procrastinating on any kind of schoolwork or anything. If it wasn't revolved around drinking or fun, I didn't want to do it. I ended up getting into a bar fight April 11, 2013. I got arrested 3 times in that month. I was becoming a knucklehead I wasn't supposed to become. I was just aggressive, always blacked out drunk, and then the second time I got arrested for another fight, and then the third time, that's when God hit me. Since I struck first, I ended up facing 3 years in jail. I had to pay $10,000 in restitution. I had to get the best lawyers, quit smoking weed. I had to stop drinking. I had to stay away, and no contact orders. I had to go to court all the time. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done. Lord, get me out of jail, and I'm done. And when that happened, it was just a clear sign that I was going to change my life, and that's what led me to my good habits. I started waking up at like 5 in the morning. I was reading daily. I was working out 5 to 6 days a week. I was meal prepping and monitoring my food. No alcohol in my system. I felt healthy. I felt alive. So it went from just this person who had nothing going for him in life to this person who felt inspired, and I had so much mental clarity. So I became this leader. I felt amazing, and now I want to hand that off to my son to say, bro, you don't have to follow the crowd. Go against the grain. Be you, because those are the people who make things happen in life. So number 2 is I'm an extremely present dad. I always knew, even before when I was drinking, that I was going to be an amazing dad, but it only makes me that much better of a dad that I don't drink. Why? Because I'm not always sleep deprived, feeling like crap, angry when I don't get my way, and then mentally checked out. I knew that I didn't want to be that dad that when it comes time to see my little boy grow, that I was missing all the best moments of his life, from him little to crawling to walking to the sports games, to him just coming home after school and say, hey dad, excited to see me, and I always feel like crap and pushing him away. That was never going to be me. So by me quitting drinking, that was the best choice in being the most present dad that I can be, because I always feel amazing. Every day, all day, I feel like $1 million. Number 3, I'm a physically fit dad. I just want to be the best example that I can be for him as far as health and nutrition. I want him to know that he only has one body throughout this life, and to take care of it. I want him to be athletic, take care of his body by lifting weights one day, but also just making healthier choices as far as his nutrition and enjoying it, but then also just staying away from drugs and alcohol so he can be the best version of himself. When it's time to choose a sport, whatever he chooses, I want to be there for him, running after him and helping him train. And then when I come to his games, being that dad where he looks at the crowd and says, that's my dad, that's super dad, he's in the crowd, he's my #1 fan, my #1 support. I just want to set the best example that I can for my son to be the healthiest version of himself. Number 4, having way more energy. We all know that having kids requires a lot of energy, from the time he wakes up super early in the morning to when he goes to bed at night, but then also all the stuff that we have to do. There's work, there's getting to the gym, there's meal prepping, because I don't want to just say I can't do that. I find time, I find energy, and it happens, but then also prepping for the next day, and then also being a present husband, spending time with my lady. So I couldn't be able to be the total package in life that I consider I am if I didn't have great energy. So one of the biggest benefits is having that abundant energy, because I don't drink. Because at the end of a rough day, I don't just go to the couch and I'm like, oh, I need a drink. I'm just like, man, I'm good to go. And number 5 is a healthy marriage that he can model after. Isn't it like 50% of all marriages in a divorce this day or more? Back in the day, I could fully admit that all my relationships were based off of just pure physical attraction and drinking and partying, that there was never a real connection, and they always ended bad. It was very toxic. But now everything is amazing because we truly connect, and I want him to really understand that. I want him to understand that he must become in life who he wants to attract. And it wasn't until I stopped drinking alcohol and stepping away from it where I got to understand who I was and who I wanted to be, so that I can attract who I'm with now, which is a dream come true. And then tying into the marriage part and being the best spouse that I could be is just having so much energy that after a long day, I can still just help out my lady as much as she requests. And that feels real good to my heart. And I want him to see that too, to go and do overtime and do your best to be the best man and father that you can one day be yourself. So that's the 5 ways that quitting drinking alcohol has made me the best dad I can be. And I hope this video brought you a lot of value. I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. Maybe just tell me what was your favorite part of the video or what you could relate to most. And if you may know somebody who's struggling with alcohol, maybe you can tag them in this video or share this video with them so that they can get some value as well. That's it, y'all. I'm Eric Zapata with Eric Zapata Fitness, and I'll see you in the next video.